Is your child simply a late talker, or could it be more serious, something like autism or ADHD? Waiting for an evaluation can be really stressful. With long waiting lists, parents are left wondering whether to take action now or hold off. As a mom, I was once in your shoes. My son Lucas started out as a late talker, and initially I thought he would catch up. But as time passed, we saw more signs that it was something more serious like autism. He was diagnosed the day before he was 3, even though he started showing signs of autism, and even his language looked more like autism in hindsight. As now an autism professional for over 2 decades, a behavior analyst, best-selling author, online course creator, I know how to assess kids to tell if it's late talking or possibly autism or ADHD. Some things to consider are, number 1, we want to assess the speech and language of the child that you're concerned about. Observe not just how much they're talking, but what they're saying. Are they using words or word approximations functionally, like reaching for something or pointing to something and trying to say the word, like juju for juice or something like that? Or are they labeling things, like labeling to nothing or labeling from books and not even worried about whether you're listening to them or engaged with them? Are they scripting things that they heard on TV or heard on videos? Though, looking at how they're using language and also whether their language has regressed. So Lucas used to use language when he was, even before the age of 1, he would say hi to people. He would do sing-songy little fill-ins. His language looked a little bit more typical. Then after he regressed, after his first birthday, his language was more intermittent. He wouldn't echo me. He wouldn't say any words reliably. And at the time, I had no idea how to promote language. Look at what they're saying and how they're using language. Number 2, which is really important, which I didn't know at the time, 25 years ago, is to look at their understanding of language, or what speech and language pathologists call receptive language. Their ability to understand you is almost just as important, maybe even more important than their spoken language. Will they understand? I know with Lucas, I used some examples in my book about having a photographer come over when Lucas was 2, before he was diagnosed, and the photographer gave him something to throw away and said, "Hey buddy, can you throw this away?" And Lucas had no idea what he was talking about. I didn't realize that he literally should have been understanding a broad range of instructions like that. Number 3, look at the child's social communication and play skills. Social skills and gestures like pointing to show you something, making eye contact, responding to their name, and imitation are crucial for the development of more language and more play skills. So that if they don't engage in any kind of social way, it's probably something that is more than just late talking or speech delay. Number 4 is really looking deeply into their imitation skills. Can they imitate actions such as clapping or waving? And imitation, just like social engagement, are imperative to make gains in language and play skills. And number 5, look at their behavior and flexibility. Watch for excessive insistence on sameness or repetitive behaviors like focusing on one object for hours or minutes at a time, lining things up, insisting on going the same direction to the playground, and behavioral outbursts. All toddlers can be set in their ways to a certain degree, but if it's excessive and causing meltdowns, then it might be something more. Either way, whether you have a diagnosis of autism or ADHD or a speech delay, whether you're just worried and your child's only 1 or even before 1, it's important that you don't stick your head in the sand like I did and go into a deep state of denial. Even if it's something mild that's going to resolve on its own, there's a ton you could do as the parent. So number 1 is you want to learn developmental milestones. Check out the CDC Act Early website with milestone guides to compare your child's development with what they should be doing. Understanding where they should be and where they are and preparing those is a really important step. Also, in terms of assessment, once you have those milestones kind of under your belt, another really easy free thing you can do is you can do the Barbera Early Childhood Assessment. We call it the BECA, B-E-C-A. And this is a 10-minute assessment, not to determine if they have autism or ADHD or anything like that. It is to determine where they are in terms of self-care and activities of daily living like picky eating, sleeping, potty training, grooming, and dressing. The next big chunk we help you analyze very quickly and easily from your home are their language and learning skills. And then the third area that is covered in the BECA assessment, digital assessment, is behavior problems. Like I said, all toddlers can have behavior problems. All toddlers can insist on saying this. All toddlers might have difficulty with building language. But when it's excessive, which we can help you figure out, then it's time to proceed. To step number 2 is you'll want to speak with your pediatrician about any concerns about your child's development. Don't wait a year till your next well visit. Make a sick appointment to discuss your child's development. And also you or your pediatrician, if you're in the United States, can refer your child for free or low-cost evaluations and therapy through your local early intervention providers. And even if your child is just a late talker and it all resolves, getting on wait lists and doing this kind of therapy can really help your child improve. And number 3, we want to start simplifying language using single 1 to 2 syllable words, repeating words up to 3 times, using gestures, having the right reinforcement in place, and teaching all these skills all at the same time, which is what I help people do. One thing you can try today is you can join us for 5 days of more talking. It's a mini course. You do it at your own pace and time. It's 50% off for a limited time, and you can start systematically with or without any diagnosis, start making positive changes, start assessing, start making a plan, start using these easy techniques to get your child talking or talking more. So the link for that is on or around this video. You can comment on this video and we'll send you a link if you're on places like Instagram, or you can go directly to marybarbera.com/5 days for all the information. So I hope to see you in our mini course, Making Gains with or Without a Diagnosis, today.